Hi everyone, it's nice to be in Bottinkig, especially talking about a school. I'm really excited to be a part of this. I guess I'll talk about the cons first. I don't have many, I'll be honest, but I do have an experience with a new school. I think it was 16 years ago we started the Member 2 Elementary School, and we started with about 4 teachers, a box of pencils, and another box of scribblers. We had no books, but we had a building and some classrooms and some students, and we made it work. So, I mean, everybody has a beginning, and I would really love to see Bottinkig have a beginning as well. I think that the community members here and the students deserve to have their own education with our own knowledge, I guess, praised every day. And, back to Member 2. We started off with the first year respectable amount of students, but as the years went on, our numbers dropped, and thankfully Member 2 had a lot of revenue and they were able to pick up our slack, I guess. So whatever amounts were owing at the end of the fiscal year, they would put in those dollars, and they helped to keep the school running in Member 2. Now, in my experience, it's always a concern every year, but that would be my concern as a con, I guess, would be the money. And I believe that every community does figure it out, even though it's always a question mark. I think that when people get together to figure things out, we're great problem solvers as being Hmong people, so I'm sure that it will work out. Now on to the pros. Like I said, I've taught in 2 different places, or in a few, but the biggest pro I can see with having a school on reserve would be a sense of community. I believe that our students, it's easier for them to have a sense of community within a community. You already have your sense of community from being a community member in Bottinkig, which is unique and special to Bottinkig. In Eskasoni, we have our own as well. Excuse me. And within our schools, we have our own as well, which is just as special and just as unique. And I feel strongly that Bottinkig should have that opportunity as well. Like I said, everybody has a beginning. And I've learned that there's a few educators in Bottinkig, and I know Jack is a teacher, and you and your mom, probably the only?
Mary Jane.
And Mary Jane as well. Okay, and then there's daycare, like Sharon, and okay. So, but you have a really good opportunity and great resource. You have St. FX just right there. And I know that a lot of my colleagues graduated from St. FX, and it's a wonderful school. And I think with your own school, you'll be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Able to have your students become graduates and do well in undergraduate degrees and graduate degrees in the future. Because I know in Eskasoni we certainly have a lot. And we started off just like everybody else. Another thing about having an on-reserve school is things that the MK organization provides or helps to. They have initiatives that all MK students are involved in. For example, Nidap Day. It's really exciting to see all the different Mi'kmaq schools participate in initiatives such as that one. And it's nice to see our children when they get together, whether it's a sporting event or a science fair or show me your math fair, and to see the networking that happens, and to praise our students that have such great gifts to offer. And it provides them with opportunities to talk to each other and to show their strengths without any other pressures. They're just there to show other people what it is that they do well. The other thing is language. It's really critical. I can't stress it enough. It must be really difficult to promote a language, to save a language in a community without your own school. That's the biggest thing. If you they come hand in hand. It's not really feasible if you don't have your own school. We all know that it's really difficult to do it in a provincial school. So for me, that would be the biggest pro, with like exclamation points all the way down the line. And of course, you have your own experts within your community, and you can utilize those people, and that I'm sure they would be more than willing to do, and have a great language program here. And Eskazoni, all our other reserves are so pro-language that they'd be willing to help you just like that with any resource that you needed. I know our schools would be willing to do that. I know that there's a lot of support for a school in Botanique. They might not have any money, but there's support. The other thing is a strong sense of pride. I see it in our school every day. And especially within the immersion section of our school, again, back to language. Our school I was just telling some people earlier about the population of our school. It's the Eskazoni Elementary and Middle School, and the student population is 800 and more. So in a run of a day, there's 800 kids coming in and out. I asked my Uncle PJ how many people were in Botanique. He said, about 600. And yeah, so, and then I thought, okay, we have 800 in our school in a run of a day. So that's like the whole community, and then some visitors every day. So just to give you an idea of how many students we have at our school. But again, strong sense of pride in your culture, very, very important. Back to the immersion program, and this is my son, by the way. He attended the immersion program. He's going to tell you about that in just a few minutes. But you can, as you watch the students graduate from this program or be involved in it, you see that they just have an amazing sense of pride in their culture and in their community, in their language, but mostly in themselves. It's really hard to teach children to be proud of who they are and to really love themselves. I think the immersion program has really proven to do that really well. And it shows in the confidence of our immersion students. They're our leaders. And I want to also, I guess, reiterate that you're investing in your children's future, and in such a great way. I think it's a gift. It'll be a gift to everybody to have a school here in Botanique. It's also a place to help nurture our kids in their minds and their hearts. Our knowledge is something that's not really valued right now in the provincial system, but I know the school in Botanique, it'll be valued here. And of course, I'm speaking of Mi'kmaq knowledge. Does... I think I talked about everything, Caroline. You're still doing it. Okay, so that's my rant, but does anyone have any questions about anything?